So
And then you're gonna post it. Oh, now it's live.
yeah, now it's live. So everything that we say from this point onwards, the government can hear us.
Yikes.
Not like the
Yikes.
government couldn't
Fuck
hear
you,
us before.
government.
You guys
Not
getting
cool.
PG-13, or else you can't broadcast it to like college students, or you can't broadcast it to middle school students. Okay, let me make a Facebook status about it too. So
Which
our
writing 101 courses did you take, by the way?
I
I took.
took
Oh,
Decoding
go for it.
Disney. I took
You took the
Sorry?
Decoding
cool
Disney with
one.
Lisa Andres, which is
You both were talking at the
amazing.
same time. I couldn't hear anything. Can you repeat yourself?
Oh, yeah. So I took Decoding Disney with Lisa
Okay.
Andres. I think her last name
Yeah.
is different now because she got married. Jabari Parker was actually in my class. That was the first time I met a basketball player,
Dude,
and I
that's
didn't
crazy.
know who he was. And I was like, "Wait, your name's Jabbar? I have a fish named Jabbar."
Oh God.
Yikes. Oh my God.
And who joined us? Hyun Sun.
Hey.
Hi,
Hello.
your camera's off.
Hi.
Can you try turning your camera on?
Okay. Wait a second.
And
Cute
Sophie.
penguins, though.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hey, Sophie.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
Sophie, you look so much better now.
So dumb.
Yikes.
Oh,
Hyun Sun.
All right, we got a Jake up there too. Hey, Jay.
call me Charlotte,
Hey.
please. Okay. Wait a second.
Cute penguins, though.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Sophie. Hey, guys. We have a lot of people coming, so please try to reduce any possible like background noise, just so we can hear each other a lot better. Because I'm getting
Yes.
a lot of like noise right now. So like, headphones with a microphone really help, or like close your door if you're sitting in somewhere loud.
Hmm. I think, is that Jay? Jay, can you mute your mic? Like someone's background, I can hear like someone's sister or mom talking.
No, it's not Jay.
Okay, sorry, it's not you, Jay.
Possible like background
I'm
noise.
using a
I
microphone.
just had
It's
to
not
like
me.
say
Everyone in my house is
Jay was
asleep.
the last one who came.
Headphones with microphone really help, or like close your
Sorry,
door
was
if you're
someone
sitting
talking
in
to me?
somewhere
Were you talking to me?
loud.
I think, Jay, can you
Yeah.
mute your mic? Like someone.
Sophie, I think it's you.
Jay.
Okay, sorry, it's not you, Jay. Yeah, Sophie, can you mute your mic?
Everyone in my house is asleep.
Sorry, can I make my mic what?
Can you mute your mic? So if you look at the buttons that are on your screen right now, there's a microphone with a cross. So hit that button. Yeah, that's perfect. Awesome. Hey, we figured it out properly. We must go to something.
Perfect. Okay, so
Okay.
if you guys have questions, if you happen to be muted for whatever reason, just like unmute, you can talk.
Yeah, Sophie,
Alright.
that's you. So
Thanks so
make
much.
sure.
Jay, I think you're
remember.
good, but anyways.
Okay, let's start.
Awesome.
I think this is everyone. Also, okay, this is new. I'm super excited, but you guys are all going to be celebrities because we're live on YouTube right now, so I don't know if anybody else is watching. If you're watching, you don't have to do anything because we won't know if you're watching anyway. But there were just a lot of people who commented on the post about the like not getting your classes for a second window
Yeah.
registration. So I wanted I wanted to keep these coffee chats like super intimate, so you guys all have time to ask us questions individually about your classes. But also I wanted as many people as the people posted to at least be able to see what we're talking about. So they won't be able to ask any questions, or else it's going to be too chaotic with too many people, but at least they'll be able to hear what wisdom Francia and I have to share with you guys.
If any.
Yeah, if any. If any exists, we'll have to like dig pretty deep. So introductions, Annika, you already have heard this so many times. I think Jay, you came on one of the chats as well. I don't know.
I wasn't
remember.
in any of the chats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just like messaging you.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember you did ask me a couple questions.
Yeah.
Awesome. So quick introduction about me. My name is Judy. I've been doing these coffee chats for 2 weeks now. It's been getting pretty exciting because now I actually get requests for different topics. So anyone who is in the coffee chat, if you have any requests for topics for the following week, once registration is over, private message me and say like, hey Judy, I'd love to hear you talk about so and so, like social life or like different clubs or etc. at Duke. And also, I've been getting upperclassmen saying, Judy, I would love to like jump on a coffee chat and talk about like Duke mock trial or like South Rosura, etc., etc. Really interesting. I'm right now RA in Wilson, so anybody in Wilson right now, you get me as your second floor RA.
Wait,
And
anyone in Jarvis? No one?
Hey,
Okay.
Francia, let me finish my plug, okay?
Sorry.
Go get your turn. And the reason why I host these coffee chats is I know how stressful it is coming in to Duke as a freshman, and data is power. So we want to make this process as smooth for you as possible. Yeah. So Francia, now it's your 30-second of fame.
Okay, thanks. So, hey guys, I'm Francia. I think Annika, I saw you at the last one, but the rest of you guys are all
Yeah.
new. Let's see. I'm a rising sophomore. I am probably going to be studying neuroscience, French, and chemistry. Outside of school, I'm also the president of the Women's Pre-Med Association. So, for any of you girls, if you're interested in pre-med, then definitely join us. Find our club at Club Day. It's going to be lit. We have tumblers. And let's see. I really liked the idea of these coffee chats that Judy was telling me about because I thought, hey, this was literally me a year ago. These freshmen who have no idea what to even expect, right, are already stressing out that their Duke careers are over before they even start. And I figured, like, that's just so unnecessary. I remember the summer before college, I was just like stressing and like going over every little detail I could possibly go over and just trying to like know so many things. And a year later now I realize that's totally unnecessary. There's so many good people at Duke that want to help you without you even like asking for it or without you even knowing it. So I just kind of want to get that word out there, and hopefully that these coffee chats will make you guys feel more at home.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right, Annika, you want to do your
Yeah,
quick
sure.
intro? And then
Okay,
we'll
so
go.
firstly, thank you, Judy and Francia. I think I don't know, we wouldn't be half as confident about anything without you guys. But so I love animals and I want to study animal behavior. However, evolutionary anthropology as the major doesn't interest me because I'm more interested in like not from an evolutionary perspective, but from how animals think, how they behave, and animal behavior as a subject. But so Duke doesn't offer that at an undergraduate level, so I might make my own major. Otherwise, I might do something like neuroscience. Because I feel like they go together. Yeah, even if you're studying about humans, you can apply it in some way, like if you know the concepts to animals later on. I also enjoy math, and I'm a potential math double major or minor. I like Francia's face right now, and
I love math.
she's like, oh God. No, and then I was looking at the decision science certificate, and I'm really interested in that. So I'm really confused right now because yeah, that's also my thing. So let's see.
That sounds super cool. I'm really excited for you.
Thank you.
Yun-sung, you want to go next?
Oh, sure. My name is Haesung. I go by Charlotte, if you please.
Charlotte!
Yay! I live in Seoul, South Korea, and it's pretty light here. And I think I'll major in. I'm actually undecided right now, but I'm thinking of neuroscience, biology, or minoring in music. I think. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think that's it.
Awesome.
By the
Jay?
way, I'm from Bangalore, India.
Right, Jay?
All right. So I'm from Northern Virginia, close to Washington, D.C.
Oh my God! Wait, me too. Sorry, I'm
Oh,
from
really?
Potomac, Maryland. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done interrupting.
I mean, yeah, so I guess I applied to Pratt for biomedical engineering. I'm pre-med, and so I want to major in something like kind of more quantitative for undergrad because like I like math and also bio and chem and all of that stuff. So like I'm not really sure what I'm gonna finally end up majoring in, but yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking about initially. I'm also interested in like comp sci, things like that.
Awesome. Pret stars. Yeah. All right, Sophie. Make sure you unmute your mic before you do intros.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
I'm
got it.
sorry for the background noise you might have been hearing a while ago. It's because I had this on in YouTube. I don't know why.
Oh. I was like, why do you sound so familiar? Like,
I was wondering why I can't understand anything you're saying. But yeah, I'm Sophie. I'm from Manila, the Philippines. It's also light here. I am thinking of doing either pub qual, poli sci, or maybe econ if I can hack the math bits because I'm not very math.
Cool. Cool. Econ's not a lot of math, honestly. So,
yeah.
if you want to be an economist or a banker or a consultant or any of those cool things, you don't have to let the math hold you back.
I called the advising center, and they kind of scared me off it. They said, if you're not confident in doing 3 semesters of calculus, this may not be the thing for you. So
No, screw them. Oh my god, literally screw the advising center. Do what you want. I'm not even kidding.
So
Stupid. They shouldn't have said that to you.
I agree with Francia. There is no reason to be scared of anything before you come to Duke. Like anything that people tell you right now, you can just be like, excuse me, I already got into Duke. I don't have to listen to you berate me about what I can and cannot do.
Yeah, guys, a final piece of advice. Like, this isn't even registration related. This is just like life related. Just when you come on campus, you're gonna think, oh my gosh, I'm a freshman. Like, I don't know that much. Like, these seniors have been here so long. Blah blah blah. But like, I can honestly tell you that there are some things that you're gonna see. You're gonna meet people who you think like, oh my gosh, like how do they get there? Like, how are they just so brilliant and accomplished? And like, I can tell you that at Duke and beyond, nothing is and no one is ever as like perfect as you think they are. And also, you shouldn't let that be like a factor in what you personally want to do. So if you want to do econ and then major in something else and do math at Duke, like as bad of a rep as it gets, like you should do it if you want. Because like I mean, I'm not trying to be like too cliche here, but if once you leave Duke, like you'll never have that same opportunity again. So just like go out, do you, and literally don't give a shit about what anyone else thinks. Just do it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Like that kid that's like, have you ever had a dream where you that you can that you wanna that you can do anything? Well, you guys are living the dream right now.
Yeah.
And you can do
So fun.
anything you want.
It's gonna be so fun. You guys are gonna love it.
Yeah. All right. So this topic is like the whole purpose of this chat is to answer any questions that you guys have about not getting into classes that you wanted for second window registration tomorrow. At this point, you pretty much know which classes are filled up
Yeah.
and which classes aren't. So let's go. I mean, let's just open it up. Whoever wants to go first can go first and talk about the class that you didn't get and what you're thinking of right now.
Okay. Is everyone okay if I go first?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. So I was looking at Neuroscience 101 really seriously, and it filled up even before I think first window registration.
Mhm.
But so I found, I mean, I was looking at the flipped class 102, and I was looking at some of the reviews and stuff, and it seemed like that may be a good class to take instead. So I was wondering, one, if that is, or should I wait for Neuroscience 101 next semester? And two, there are 18 seats left. Is it reasonable to assume that I might get it if I register as soon as the window opens? Should I continue, or do you want to answer these first?
Let's answer that question.
Okay.
Francia, do you want to take that one because you're in Europe?
Well, see, I wish I would have taken the flipped class, not
Yeah.
because like flipped is necessarily like a better learning style for me, but because I really, really wish I had any other neuroscience teacher than the one that I had, which is Christina Williams, and I cannot speak lowly enough of her. She and I mean, she's not a horrible person. It just her teaching style and my learning style were just very not compatible. But I think in like the interest of like you in general,
Yeah.
if I were you, I would try to take whatever is available. So even if
Okay.
I honestly believe that you can take a class and like the whole thing can be horrible, but if you like really, really, really want to make it work, like you can make it work. So
Yeah.
if you really want to take neuroscience for a semester, which you should, like if you want to, you should just do it, then I would just recommend you sign up for that. And that's honestly, like, that's
Okay.
something I wish I would have known too for a semester.
Yeah. And I was looking at Decision Science 101, but there are only 4 seats left. So what do I do? Like,
Let's see, what's the
and
total enrollment
it's
cap?
not offered in the spring. It's only offered in the fall.
Okay,
So
I
if
mean,
I don't get it this year, I have to wait a whole year.
and that's fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's not like a decision science major or any major that
There's a
requires decision
certificate,
science.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
And I want to do this.
right, right. Well, you'll have a lot of time to get that
Okay.
certificate. They're usually like only 4 or 5 requirements. So, I mean, does it conflict with any other classes in your schedule?
No.
No. Okay. And what's the total number of people in that class? Like allowed?
75. So 71
Yeah.
have enrolled. There's 75 seats.
Okay. Okay. Because I was gonna say if it's like a French class where it's like 15 people, but there are 4 spots available, then you're very likely to get it, just because it won't
Yeah.
be popular enough to fill up. But I
Yeah.
think 75 is like quite a lot of people. It's like a mini big lecture.
Yeah.
If you want, if you like are really confident in your Wi-Fi and your computer speed or whatever the factors are that play into your registration, I would just go for it if you really want it.
Okay.
If not, if you want to, be more safe, then just pick something else. And if
And
it doesn't
also,
work out,
if
take it
yeah.
next.
Also, if I was if I don't get it and would it since it's not a very very small class, but it's not large as well. If I went up to the professor like once class during drop ad and I asked them about like getting a permission number, adding that class and dropping something else, what do you think their response would be? If I told them I was really interested in the major, I mean the
So
certificate,
what I would
and
do.
that I've done a behavioral economics course.
Okay. So what I would do, and what a lot of people have done, and would recommend you doing as well, is put yourself on the wait list. Hopefully you get up high enough on the wait
We
list.
can't.
And
As incoming freshmen, we are not allowed to enroll. I mean, get on any wait
that's
list.
true. Damn,
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Okay, well, try to get in the class, and if you don't, go to the class just in the first couple of weeks during drop ad. Introduce yourself to the professor after the first lecture. Say who you
Okay.
are. Tell them your situation. Like, hey, like, I'm Annika. I want to take this class. I'm a freshman. I couldn't wait list. Blah blah blah. Like, I want to do the certificate. But I couldn't get in. But I have the room in my schedule. Blah blah. And just like kind of make a case for yourself, and then really talk to them. And I think professors really like it when students like get to know them. So this is like a great opportunity for you to both like talk to the actual professor and also like make a case for yourself.
Okay.
Like depending on the professor, I feel like they'd be likely to accommodate you. Or even tell them like, hey, I'm a freshman, so I can't be on a wait list. But if you know a couple of spots, have opened up, could you please let me know so that I can, formally enroll in the class?
Yeah.
So you could do that as well.
Okay. Thank you. And the neuroscience class, if there are 18 seats out of 45, is it likely to like if I enroll? Do you think I can get it?
So you think you're saying there's 45
18
total?
left out of there's 45 total, 18 seats left.
Oh, you'll definitely get it. I mean, I'm
Okay.
almost 90% sure you'll get it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Okay, who's up next?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, Sophie. Go for it.
Hello. Okay. Yeah, so just following from what Annika said, I have 2 classes in my book bag that I really want to go for, but both of them have 2 more people, 3 more people. So what I've kind of done is make 5 schedules.
That's good. That's what you should be doing, honestly. Have lots of backups.
Did you say 5 schedules?
2 of the classes I really want to do has 2 people and 3 people respectively.
What are the classes?
There's a philosophy 155, reason and argument, the one by Lindstrom's, Walter, Synott, Armstrong, something like that. And the other one is a history class that only has, again, 3 people. And
Is that also a 100 level class?
Let's see. I think so. Yeah. They're both 100 level-ish classes. No, sorry, the history is 276. The philosophy is 15.
Okay. So you'll have a higher chance, just logically speaking, you'll have a higher chance of getting into the 200 level class because 100 level denotes that it's freshman level. So tomorrow when people register, you can bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow uh, you other freshmen will have that 100 class in the book bag. There is a higher chance that not that many freshmen are going to have the 200 class, the history class in your book bag.
Yeah.
So I would just rest assured that the universe is somewhat fair, and logic will fill the rest where fairness does not, and you'll get at least one of those classes.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have a fifth class as a backup?
Yeah. One of them looks pretty safe, half full still, if you can consider that pretty safe. It's a Ames, AMES,
Oh
AMES.
my God, you'll get it. If it's Ames, like, yeah, you'll get it.
Yeah, it's half full. So
Ames never fills up, like ever.
Yeah. And they're super fun.
Yeah, and they're super easy, I've heard.
Yeah.
It's like, you won't have a hard time.
would that
And
be
what you learn is super applicable because you watch movies all the time.
That is so true. And you watch movies all the time. That's like enough reason to take it.
Yeah. And Sophie, you were saying, I think we cut you off a little bit.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm thinking of doing, since I'm not very sure about my major yet, I wasn't really tailoring the courses to what I want to major. So I kind of just have a very broad list of subjects in my book bag. Like I have everything from history to Ames, I forgot to pronounce his AMES, to Mandarin. Would that be okay?
It's
That is
okay. Yes.
100% okay.
Yeah. But I want to say something about that. So it's okay in the context that so like a popular thing to say is like explore, right? But it's also equally important to keep in mind if you have like any idea with what you think you might like or think you might be interested in doing after undergrad, if it's like pre-med or if it's like you want to go to law school or business school or whatever, maybe like keep your eye on the prize from a very, very far distance, if that makes sense. So if you are thinking of something like that, see if there's any way you could take like at least one class related to that, just so it could either pique or not pique your interest, and B, if you eventually decide to follow up, then you will be able to like already have something. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's good to keep that in mind as well.
Does that answer your question, Sophie?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Jay or Charlotte?
Can I go
You guys
next?
can go. Yeah, of course.
Next year I'm planning to take CS 101, Neuroscience 102, and Chem 101. Would that be too intimidating?
Sorry, say that again. Chem 101.
Chem 101, yeah, CS 101,
Uh-huh.
and Neurosci 102.
What is 102? Is that
The
cognitive?
the flip class.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Got it. Okay, so Chem 101 is not hard. You'll be fine. Wait, did you say CS 101? So Comp Sci 101?
Yeah, Comp Sci.
Okay, I heard that class was not hard. Like, it was just, like, annoying, which would be fine. You won't be too busy freshman year anyway, so it should be fine. And then the neuro
Charlotte,
class.
have you ever had any coding experience?
No, I don't.
Well, which doesn't matter either case. But I just know that so Python is the language that you'll be learning in CS 101, and the first time that someone codes is there's always like a learning curve at the very beginning. But the good news about that is that all the other 101 classes, like 101 and 102 classes, the learning curve goes like that. So you got two classes that go like that, and then one that goes like this, and then it kind of levels out. So you can like it's not like super intense all at once, and it's not like it ramps up really intensely at the end. So you can kind of find the balance between the three classes. Francia, you were going to say something about the other class.
Oh, I was going to say Neuro 102. Wait, who's teaching 102?
Nina and G.
Okay, yeah, you'll be fine.
Okay, that's cool. And also I have another question. Like I'm trying to choose between a freshman seminar and another seminar which consists of all levels of undergraduates.
Right.
Would the freshman go better for me?
So I actually had the same dilemma because second semester, like, I knew I had to take a seminar, but I wasn't sure which seminar I should take. Would I want to take the freshman seminar or upperclassmen? Because if you think about it, you can only take a freshman seminar if you're a freshman, right? So if I didn't take a freshman seminar, then I would never be able to do it again, and I would totally miss out on this opportunity. And while yes, that is true, I in the end decided to go with the other seminar, the one that was available to all students. And I found that it really worked for me because I really enjoyed getting to meet upperclassmen in a really intimate setting. Also, the class that I was taking, it was a women's studies class. It was called Money, Sex, Power, and it was probably like the coolest thing I've ever learned in my life. I have zero regrets, and I'm so glad I did that over a freshman seminar. And so I think the takeaway from that is you should choose which one you think you'd be more interested in and not have to decide whether it's freshman only or like freshman plus everyone else. So I think that would be a better point of comparison, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So yeah, just look at if you think you would enjoy one over the other, and if so, then take that one.
Okay. I think the freshman seminar better suits me for now, but then there's this problem of two classes colliding, so I have to move from the West Campus to the Biddle Building in 20 minutes, right, Sudi? Yeah. So, I was wondering if that is actually possible, or would I be too late to class often?
Francia, do you want to answer that question?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that again?
I can answer the question.
Okay.
But I thought you might want to answer the question because that question's been asked to us so many times by different people, and it's as if freshmen want us to walk with them from class to class to class to class to make sure that they're going to be on class or on time for all their classes. And I loved what Francia said last time that someone asked about the time between buildings for your classes. So the ACES system, the way that the time blocks are set up is that you are guaranteed at least 20 minutes between any of your classes. You will never have two classes that overlap 20 minutes or one ends 5 minutes before another one begins. But it's just it's such a tried and true system. Thousands and thousands and thousands of Duke students have done it in the past, and thousands will come afterwards. So I mean, it's guaranteed that when you have 20 minutes, you can get anywhere from West Campus. 25, anywhere from West Campus to anywhere to East Campus. 20 minutes, you're cutting it a little bit tight. However, the Biddle, everyone knows, is a building that's far away from the bus stop. And I think, was it LSRC?
LSRC.
You asked me this earlier today, or somebody else asked me the exact same question, LSRC to Biddle. So 20 minutes is totally doable. You're gonna be a little bit nervous the first time that you do it, and you might be 1 or 2 minutes late. But honestly, everyone knows that Biddle is far away, and your professor is going to be completely understanding of that you are, it's your first day of school and you're still trying to figure out the bus system, and it just so happens that two of the classes that you love are on different campuses, and it's not you're purposely trying to be late, and so they're going to say Charlotte, you're so wonderful. You at least made it to class. We don't even care that you're 5 or 10 minutes late, which you're not going to be. You're going to be maximum 1 or 2 minutes for the first week, and then you'll figure it out.
Okay.
Another thing you can do is during the first week, I forget if it's a week or the first couple of weeks of school in general, but what you can do is you can ask your FAC, which is your first year advisory council person that's assigned to you, and you can actually ask them to show you like where everything is. Like they can physically walk with you to wherever your class building is. That's what my fac did, and that was super helpful.
Mm.
So yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Charlotte. All right, Jay.
All right. So I guess I was a little bit more confused before, like an hour before you sent me the link to this chat, because what happened was, so the Math 212 section that I had like book bagged initially got full, and I couldn't find any other one that like fit into my schedule. But then finally I found one that's like kind of early in the morning, but like it is what it is. But I had emailed like the math placement like address earlier on, since I've already taken multivariable calc in high school, and so like I want to see if I can place out of it or something. And they said that like during the first week I should meet with one of their advisors and like talk to them to see if it would make more sense to go to like 216 or 221. And the only sections of 216 and 221 that fit my schedule are both full. So like I don't really know what I would do in that scenario,
Sure.
like if they let me place out of 212.
I can answer that question because I was pretty much in the same boat as you. I transferred into Duke after my freshman year at a university in Canada, and I had like this wonky credit where I was like three-quarters done a couple of classes, but like it wasn't completely done. And when you're working with a binary system, three-quarters done is still a 0, and you need a 1 to get a credit.
Yeah.
So I also met up with Clark Bray, which I suspect is who you're gonna have to meet
Yeah.
up with
Yeah.
in your first week. And I like said, "Is there any way that I can place out of it?" And he said, "No." So in my case, I couldn't place out of it because I was still missing like 2 units out of the entire syllabus. And
Okay.
after taking that course, I recognized that yeah, if I had skipped this course, there would have been a ton of material that I didn't know
Sure.
going into the next course. I actually was a little bit more unlucky than your situation though, because I had to start with Math 121, which is Calc 2.
Right.
And so I didn't start taking multivariable calculus until my spring semester of my sophomore year.
Okay.
And then I took linear, I think, my fall semester of my junior year. And I still turned out fine.
Yeah.
Like where you stand right now is already ahead of your class,
Sure.
because people will come into engineering without any kind of AP credit, and they'll have to start from Calc 1, and
Right.
they can still finish all the math requirements on time, no problem, no matter what kind of engineering they go into.
Yeah.
So like Math 212 is already a class that you usually take in your sophomore year.
Okay.
So if
I had
you
a quick math question.
hold on, Annika,
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish
Yeah.
this question. So if you cannot place out of 212, doing 212 in your freshman year is totally fine. And if you
Okay.
can place out of 212, then just don't do 212 and then do 216 next semester or
Sure.
whenever it's offered.
So also like out of curiosity, what kind of stuff did he like ask you in that meeting where you were talking about placement and whether or not like which course you should take? If you remember at all.
Yeah, so vaguely, I basically told him like all the units that I went through in my math class,
Uh-huh.
and like, Clark Gregg has your best interest at heart, and so you don't have to say like, oh, how can I phrase it so that he is going to be more likely like
Sure.
allow me to pass. Like, you did this unit, then you did this unit. You didn't do this unit, there's no way around it.
Yeah.
So
Is it-
there's really no like trick
Yeah.
that you can like maneuver around.
Yeah, because like for me, I looked at the list of topics that they have like on the website for like what they cover in their 212 class, and it's the exact same pretty much as like what I had done. But then I took multi in like first semester of junior year, so it's like 2 years since I've done that. So like I don't really want to walk in there and be like totally confused as to what he's talking about. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So I would just briefly review the
Yeah.
curriculum. You don't have to memorize anything, because chances are if you learned it, you learned it. If you didn't, I mean, like it's
Yeah.
kind of too late to learn anything now. And in terms of continuity for the math classes, for an engineer, like none of the math classes really continue from one to another. It's just like
Okay.
Calc 2 is Calc 2. And then in multivariable, you're like, why the heck did I have to take Calc 2 again? And then linear, you're gonna be like, wait, so how is this related to
Yeah.
multi-calculus? So there, you don't have to worry about continuity.
All right.
Yeah.
And what was your like experience with the difficulty level of like the math classes for engineering, just like overall?
They actually got easier. So Math 121 was the hardest math class that I've taken
Oh,
at
okay.
Duke. So
Okay.
because so much theory, and as an engineer, you don't expect math theory. Like you don't expect to like write out definitions of functions and
Sure.
prove why functions are the way that it is.
Mm-hmm.
And the multivariable, I had a really good professor, Austin. I don't remember his last name. He like was a professor from UNC, and then he was like super chill. But the way that he taught, like I found so much mind alignment with him,
Mm-hmm.
and he just like taught it really well. Actually, no, Arya Roy taught me multi, and Arya Roy is amazing, like a brilliant professor. And
Yeah.
then Clark Bray taught me linear, which was also like pretty easy. Not
Mm-hmm.
easy as in like, oh, I don't have to study at all, but easy as in like they're not going to make it absurdly difficult for you,
Okay.
like I found in Math 121. And then my last math class, differential equations, was with Austin, and that was actually one of my favorite classes.
Okay. Yeah.
So it ironically it gets easier as you go on.
And so like on ACES for 212, it says like the instructor's departmental staff. Like what does
Yeah.
that mean? Does
That
that mean it's like
that just means that they haven't assigned the professors yet,
okay.
but I mean you don't have to worry about that. It's
Yeah.
it's not like they're gonna find some like unqualified TA grad student to teach you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that all, Jay?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Annika, you said you had a
Yeah.
math question.
Okay. So I have IPC for international placement credit for up to Maths 212. So I can start with Maths 221 directly. However, I haven't covered all the topics in multivariable calculus in school, so I don't know if I should start with 221. Um, I asked on that the math placement group, and Clark Bray was like, if you're a potential math major, I strongly recommend you start with 221. Is 221 in any way related to the concepts of 212, in the sense, do I need to know the concepts of 212 to understand 221? And secondly, if I do 221 this semester, can I go back and do 212 later? And thirdly, do you think some like the concepts in 212 are possible to learn on your own?
212 times 1 2.
Okay, so linear
No,
algebra versus multivariable
yeah,
calculus.
I get it. So I haven't taken 221 because that's the math version of linear. I took 216, which is the
Okay.
engineering version of linear.
Okay.
However,
Okay.
I can speak to the math classes, which is exactly what I told Jay. There's not
Yeah.
very much continuity for for anything like up to the 300 level. So linear
Okay.
is linear, multi is multi. You're not going to not understand linear because you missed one unit from multi. Like, because
Sure.
like math is so. If you become a math major, you'll understand a lot more down the road that like it's so much like conceptuals. Well, actually not conceptuals, but like so many like different topics that you have to understand a little bit of each, so that
Yeah.
eventually it diverges to this like very abstract conceptual higher level of math. And so when you're learning about these tiny little introduction courses, like yes, it is important to learn about calculus too, and it is important to learn about linear, but you don't have to worry that because you don't have one, you're not going to understand the other.
Okay.
Yeah, so going back to your third question or second question, I don't remember which one. I'm just gonna answer it as if it was like one big question. It's way too early to think that I am going to like go into linear, but if I don't like linear, I'm going to take multi next semester to kind of like backtrack and then like go for it again. Like when you come to Duke and you take that first class, you're gonna be like, whoa. Like I did not expect this, and if I knew what I knew in the summer, what I know now as like a freshman who's just taken her first day of class, I would have never thought, like I would have never even had that thought progression. So don't worry about like going back to take a class if you don't like it, or like going forward because you missed a unit in like some other math class. Just like take the class that you want to take, which sounds like linear right now,
Yeah.
and then I mean maybe you'll even end up being like a humanities major.
Okay.
Like there's just like
No, but
so
I mean,
many
possible.
unknowns right now
it's
to determine
possible
your
to
future.
take 212 after 221, right? Like it's not unheard of.
It's possible, but also I think it might be unheard of because
Okay.
why would
Wait,
you want
sorry,
to go
what's
back?
unheard of?
Taking 212
taking
after taking
multivariable
221.
after linear.
Oh. Girl, just do you. Like, who cares?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, there are so many classes that you can take at Duke. I don't see why you would want to go back and take an easier class or like a class that's like in a
Yeah.
lower level before you go on to explore other things. I mean, like, if you have a class and you're like, dang, I really want to take 212, I would like join Sophie and take Amos or Ames or something. Just like
Okay.
go totally out of your comfort zone because
Okay.
college is a
Yeah.
time where you are starting as a blank slate. So it's okay to have an idea that I might want to study math, but don't pigeonhole yourself into studying math because that would be just a waste of your liberal arts college experience.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool. We are actually running 12 minutes overtime. So, if you guys have any more questions, I think you guys are all set. I mean, the worst thing about second window registration is not knowing, and then thinking that everybody else knows except for you, and so everyone starts to freak out because you
Everyone
think
is
you're the
just
only
as
one.
clueless as you are. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So you guys are all in the same boat. You're gonna be fine. Every single year there's second registration window, and still every single year most Duke students graduate. So what does that tell you? That tells
hey,
you
Steve get
that window
degrees.
registration doesn't affect your Duke career at all.
Okay.
And then the last thing I want to say is that we started an Instagram page where we invited upperclassmen to make short videos to freshmen.
Okay.
And so the past, I think like 6 or 7 videos are all like upperclassmen telling you guys not to freak out about second window registration and what they did last year or a few years ago when they had second window registration as a freshman.
Yeah.
So follow that Instagram. It's paula.walla.
Yeah, guys, they're actually really good videos. I would know
Yeah.
because I had to edit all of them.
Yeah.
So they're really good. It's mainly advice, and also if there was like a unique situation, like what that student did in that situation, and I think I think they are pretty helpful. So you guys should definitely check that out at holla.walla, or some of them are even uploaded to our Facebook page as well. So to you guys and to everyone who's watching this, the other like 7 people who I've been tracking this whole time, definitely check that out if you have a chance. And yeah, it was really great talking to you guys and meeting you guys.
Yeah, and as always,
Thank you so much, guys.
Friend
thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Friend Francia and I on Facebook, and you can
do it. Make it popular.
Yeah, that goes to you guys who have been watching, because I know you guys didn't get to ask any questions specific to
whoever you are.
Yeah, but I think we through across the 5 people here, I think we covered pretty much everything you need to know. Okay, cool. Thanks, everyone.
All right.
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Or morning for some of you.
Well, morning for me, yeah.